Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to use ReScene along with Second Life's built-in depth of field shader. So the first thing I've done here is I've created a very basic scene. Just at 0 seconds we're stopping the sit animation and playing the stand animation. We're ending at 12 seconds, so I have a animation cue there that's going to be called last. And then finally at 2 seconds we're going to move out here. At 5 seconds we move here. And at 8 seconds we move here. I'm using a faux fixed camera to look directly in this direction. And another thing you can do is if you turn this to local mode, you can actually see where a fixed camera is going to be facing. You can see by following this blue line, you can see directly ahead where it's going to be facing and where the center of the camera focus is going to be. Now, for the purpose of this depth of field example, we want to keep the camera steady. We want to keep it in the exact same spot, but we want to just adjust the focus to different points. So I'm going to do that by keeping this on local, dragging a copy of this, and delete out that faux fixed camera note card. And we're going to put focus on this spot. Change focus, also depth of field. Now, if you don't want to deal with the camera parameters and just want to drop in the note card, that is absolutely fine. If you do want to get more into how this works, it's just two simple commands. ReScene use focus, which is going to pass along where the front of this is. So basically this spot, the placement of this doesn't matter what angle it's turned to or how it's facing, so much as it just uses the focus right at the very front of it here, and focus locked is true. Now, to keep all of these objects in a straight line, we keep local mode on, hold down shift, drag another copy out here, and drag a final copy out here. And then I'm going to set the time for these to correspond with moving the avatar. Okay, so now I'm going to hide my cues. And when we sit in the seat here, you'll notice everything's out of focus. We sit here, put the camera focus there, suddenly the camera focuses here, and then it focuses there. Now you'll notice that last jump isn't that visible. There are plenty of ways that you can play around with this. The bigger the distance, the more of an exaggerated blur you're going to get. And there's also, in the YouTube description, I'm going to put some slightly modified debug settings that I use to try to emphasize the blur and show the depth of field blur a little bit more. So feel free to play around with those. One final thing I'm going to show here, I'm going to show all of the cues again. And the reason that we put all of these parametric camera cues in a line here will become a little bit more evident if I move this off center. Now, once we hide the cues again so we can see through them and see what's going on here, notice how the camera tilts over there, tilts over here, and then tilts back there. Since it's not in a direct line, it's going to turn the focus, and when it turns the focus, it'll also turn the camera to point towards those different spots. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching.